President of Judicial Watch. Tom, the president is finally talking about the efforts of the intelligence community, the Justice Department, and the FBI, elements of all, to overthrow his presidency. It's no longer, you don't hear him talking about a hoax or a witch hunt, which has been one of my objections to the language surrounding Spygate for some time. The words trivialize what was an effort to unseat a president of the United States.
It was a malicious, seditious conspiracy against the incoming president. And how do I know that? It's based on documents generated by Susan Rice, who wrote the memo documenting that Obama knew, for instance, that Flynn did nothing wrong. And Comey knew Flynn did nothing wrong. It's Sally Yates telling the Office of Special Counsel, Robert Mueller's people, that she was surprised that Obama knew about Flynn. And look, Comey and the FBI were willing wind-up toys for President Obama, directed by President Obama at the incoming president. We have documents showing the State Department was shoveling classified information out there to get Trump just before the inauguration. And, you know, just tonight's news, just more information that the FBI knew. There never was a case against General Flynn. They knew the dossier specifically. Obama and Comey talked about the dossier in the Oval Office, and they knew at the time it was salacious and unverified, yet they went and ambushed President Trump or President-elect Trump with it the next day. You know, my concern is the Justice Department has zero interest in figuring out what went on at the highest levels. I'm sure someone else will be prosecuted at the lower level, but Obama, in the least, needs to be questioned under oath about Obamagate. And the fact that he isn't, to me, is an indictment of the Justice Department's, to date, failed investigation.
We have the statements of at least two people saying that the president was aware of these operations and was being kept up to date, presumably, throughout. Why would you not question him? And why would you not make it a full investigation all the way to the top and let the facts settle how high it goes?
Well, Attorney General Barr has already concluded that Obama's not going to be prosecuted, Biden's not going to be prosecuted. So all that evidence of misconduct, especially with Biden and Burisma and China and the influence peddling scandal there, this Justice Department isn't terribly interested in investigating. And now we're being told there are no grand juries operating because of coronavirus, and that's another excuse for kicking the can down the road in terms of any prosecutions, if any were going to happen anyway. It's again, the president's got to take action separately from the Justice Department. It's conflicted, it's compromised, institutionally incapable of investigating itself. He should appoint a separate special counsel.
I mean, let's be straightforward. We have an election coming up in 4 months. If this isn't resolved, if we don't know who is charged, and if there is no one charged going into that election, this Attorney General and President Trump himself will be responsible for permitting the radical Dems and the deep state to still steal another election, just like they did in 2018. And that is just unthinkable that it would occur. What are your thoughts?
The president's a crime victim. He had his civil rights violated, and no one in the Justice Department seems to care much about it. We have Bolton attacking the presidency and violating national security norms. Of course, that's no surprise given that Comey was allowed to do so without any consequence. Hillary Clinton was allowed to do so without any consequence. And Bolton, the Justice Department, comes in a day late and a dollar short, months after they knew that there were leaks about this book, likely containing classified information. They could have gone after him and stopped it at the root in February earlier this year. But now, as the judges said, the horse is out of the barn. In fact, it's out of the country. Justice Department's to blame for allowing that violation of our national security interests to happen.
Well, and Chief Justice Roberts, of course, administering our courts, the Supreme Court itself, permitting another rogue, beyond eccentric judge to absolutely violate the civil rights of General Michael Flynn, to torture him and his family. and to do so wantonly. It's disgusting what we're watching in this country, in our judiciary, our Justice Department, and the FBI. Tom Fitton, thanks for being with us. We appreciate you and Judicial Watch.